Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today, guys, we're talking about meditation, a critical and important topic. So get ready. If you're new to the show, you can go to Productive Through Joy to see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a series of really amazing workshops and programs. You can go there, check out the website, see what we do. Have me come out, speak to your group, school, or organization about being productive through joy. All right. You can also simply become a subscriber by hitting the subscribe button now. Get all these videos for free. I did say free. 1, 2, 3, 4, free. I should also say, for those of you who are new to the show, a little bit about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, author of the spanking brand new animating Black and Brown Liberation, a theory of American literatures. I'm on book tour for those last two books. In fact, tonight I'll be flying into down for the Louisiana Book Festival in Baton Rouge. So if you are in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, drive on over. It's downtown at the state capitol area. Huge festival, hundreds of writers and programs. It's going to be amazing. Big author dinner tonight. So come on through, hang out with your boy. I should also say that my educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive, right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised to learn about that productivity when they hear my actual story, my background. I am the product of a young girl who was sexually assaulted at age 16. As a result, gave birth to me at age 17. Then I was subsequently given up for adoption to a single divorcee, so it was amazing. Yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD, yet as cool. Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, we know that many other people can similarly be productive, and that really inspires me personally. And inspires our business, because we know it's not where you're from, it's where you're about to go. So let's dive in. Guys, we're talking today about meditation. Wow, just as a meditator, let me, as a brief sidebar, to before I even start talking about this topic, it's exciting to see how meditation now is becoming more mainstream. You see a lot of talk about it in mental health circles, certainly in school circles, which talks about wellness. My daughter's school talked about had a whole wellness program. Her former school had a whole wellness program, and at the time was in second grade. So people are learning about the import of meditation. So that's just good. The drawback, not really a drawback, that's all good, but you want to really learn more about. That's the point. When you want to really do your due diligence, you want to really learn about meditation. I mean, it can for sure change your life. Because once you know about the various modalities and different approaches, you can find the approach that's best for you. So broadly, meditation is about yoking oneself, tying oneself, like what yoga, which is that they call yoga moving meditation. It's committing union with the primordial energy. It's a way of knowing the self, as the ancient Egyptians talked about, the ancient folks from Kemet talked about. It's a knowledge of self, right? And that self, the ancient Egyptians believe, folks from Kemet believe, the land of the blacks believe that God is everywhere, and everywhere includes yourself, inside yourself. And so you can get closest to God by getting closer to yourself. So that's point one. You want to learn about meditation. I can talk to you about it for hours, because meditation is a fundamental part of my life. I've read many books about it and workshops and all the stuff you need to do to get good at it. But until you learn about it yourself, it won't have the same impact. That's point one. Point two is that once you begin to learn about it, you have to practice it. It's a meditative practice. It's a lifelong practice. And once you learn about the various approaches, you have to make it a part of your life, like your lifestyle. I mean, for it to really benefit you the way that it totally can. When you practice meditation day to day, or when you can throughout the day in different ways, wow, it's a game changer. And I think for, as we know, there's an emergence coming into consciousness that of how many people who deal with various types of mental illness. It's a really great way for people who are struggling with various types of mental maladies to really help themselves in that. I mean, it's pretty major. You can really do good work on your behalf in that way. So I'll leave it at that. And which goes right into point 3. As you begin to meditate as a practice, you're going to elevate yourself. You're going to have a deeper knowledge of yourself, of course, but you're going to also you're going to shine more. You're going to have more light. You're going to be more vibrant. You're going to be able to attract people to you. Again, not as a way of self-aggrandizement to get your ego stroked, although that feels good sometimes to keep it real, but that's not why you do it. You do it because it's right, you know? And then once you bring people into your circle, you can help them help themselves, because they'll want to know, wow, you seem to be full of joy. Whenever I see you, you seem to be, I don't know, you know. And people begin to ask, well, what do you do? What's happened with you? You know, but you can begin to share, give your testimony about meditation, just for example, right? I say that because that's how you begin to create an environment around yourself where people around you are happier, are more joyful. And trust me, when people around you are more happy, are more joyful, they're less concerned about you and hating on you and doing what people can do who are unhappy. As we know, hurt people hurt people. And many of us have experienced that. Even people who purport or at times do love us, they're just damaged, and their own insecurities, lack of whatever they are lacking in their lives, man, it begins to fall upon you. So as you begin to do your own work, you can help people become happier, and they'll be less inclined to hate on your ass. Boom goes the dynamite. That's all we have today. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll be in Louisiana tomorrow morning. Well, I'm leaving tonight. So yeah, if you're in the South, any state near Louisiana, come on over. The famous Louisiana Book Festival happening in Baton Rouge, right at the state capitol there. The Senate chambers is really a pretty phenomenal situation down there. Come on through, say hi to me, let's have a drink or some cognac or some chamomile tea. I do both of those. There's some great readings. I hit the stage at 12 o'clock, basically. I'm reading from my book, Americas, and sitting on a panel about historical novels, how love and politics engage in historical novels. Should be really interesting. Yeah, so look forward to seeing you guys at the book festival tomorrow. And until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.